Yeah, quiz. Hey, real quick though, I'm here to let you know every Thursday at 9 a.m. you can catch reruns of the Real Quicc Tho podcast on CTC Radio.
And there we are.
All right.
Just like that.
I am so excited to be here.
You're back again.
Back again. Real Quicc Tho.
You guys, there's a lot that has changed. There's a lot that has been upgraded. Only one thing has remained the same, is that we both still here and that we both will not stop until we get to where we want. And I'm sure that when we get there, we're just going to continue to keep going. Look at my smile on my face. Big Sis is here again.
You know what? I am so proud of you. I am just in awe of where you are today. The first question I have, because I got to ask, how long has it been since you started your podcast?
So I started my podcast 10 years ago. Black Truffle TV was an idea 10 years ago, and now it's more than a reality.
So why Black Truffle?
Okay, see, nobody's ever asked me that question. So I was at Saddle Ranch. So all my 714 babies, y'all know where it's at the block. That you ride the mechanical bull and you eat the cotton candy. I was looking at the menu and there was black truffle, I think it was black truffle mac and cheese or black truffle fries. And I was like, that's gonna be my name. Black Truffle. And it just clicked and it sticked.
Well, congratulations. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Beyond impressed with your new studio. It is quite the
everything is new. Everything is new.
This is amazing. Don't aspire to be the best on the team. Aspire to be the best for the team.
Yeah,
that's inspiring.
And it's funny because when me and Tina were looking for places to live, we looked everywhere. But the second that we walked onto the street, it said, "Welcome to your new home." And then after time and effort and headache and stress, there's another message right here that literally embodies what I stand for.
Wow.
It's the universe be universing.
But you know what? I think you have had a vision from day one. And I think that's what makes it different. People can think about it, dream about it, but the reality is you have to, move forward. You've moved forward and made it happen. You made that reality into something, the dream into a reality is really what I'm saying, and it's impressive. And I'm happy to be here. I am so proud of my little brother here doing this thing, and this is a small town, and you've made Oxnard your home. It was Ventura, right? What was 714?
From Santa Ana to Ventura, and now to Oxnard.
So the Ventura County.
I'll never forget. You gave me a few breaks. You gave me more than a few breaks. There has been a couple times where I would go just to support, strictly to support. I'd fade into the background. And next thing I know, I'm being called to the microphone. I'm getting shouted out on the big stages. We're doing levity shows. We're doing what? What's the spot that I like? It had the crazy name like A Tribe Called Quest. The Haven at White Sales.
Oh, the Haven! Oh my God!
I
missed that place. That was a great venue.
I got to meet other people that give me opportunities because of Big Sis. I got to do interviews with Sade Champagne. You guys know how I get down. I got a bracelet on as we speak. I've got to do things with Miss Salinette. Y'all know who she is. She's all over the radio. She's going to get the key to Oxnard one of these days. And it's just your network. And you allow me to use it.
You know what? It's just not that. I remember we were at the wine place in Ventura, and you said, "Oh, I didn't know you had never met Phil, and you had never met Bit Citric, and you guys met."
Shout out
next
to
thing
them.
You know, you were on stage.
On stage with them. So my first, well, it wasn't my first. It was just a show that I was a part of. Sold out 3 shows at Levity Live, and that anybody has been able to bless that microphone, including ourselves.
Yes.
A big shout out to you, Phil. Big Citric, thank you again for pulling up and doing this. We got to get you, Phil. We got to get you. I'm gonna get you one of these days. I know he busy.
He is busy. I'm so impressed with him. He actually produced my first show. He's producing my podcast.
Yeah, we got a podcast.
You know, I'm excited because it's something Wills and I are doing together. You know, often it's usually myself and other comics in the community. This I'm doing with my husband. It's a project that we've talked about for 2 years, and we finally have got it to, you know, it came to fruition on Tuesday. We launched it yesterday, and I'm still in the process of trying to make sure I got it together. But people have called me. I haven't had a lot of views, but I've had at least 10 people say they loved it, keep going, and that to me tells me I'm on the right track. And I'm happy with that. There was really no script. We sat down.
That's the best part.
And we just started talking. I actually had some notes, and he was like, I was hoarding the notes, but really, I really wanted people to know a little bit more about Wills because he never really is in the limelight. He likes to be behind the scene, but he's such a big help. You know,
just like Tina.
People have no idea the time and the sacrifices that he goes through just to make me look good, and I am grateful. So with that being said, because Tina's the same way, you can have all that. I just want to be here, and thank you. Like, more than appreciate her for that. So how did you get Wills to finally like come out of his shell a little bit so I can use the same tactic on Tina? So that is a good question. So what I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you. I said, man, I'm looking at all these people doing podcasts and making money. I said, I talk for a living, but people know what I'm talking about because I'm online every day talking about something positive.
Right. I
said, but you know what would be really unique? If we can get you behind the microphone and get you to ask questions, because he writes comedy. He's got a point of view that's fierce, and we're going to get him out of his shell, and he's going to talk about things that may make people feel uncomfortable because he talks about it every day. I was looking at something yesterday. Did you know people were stealing fire hydrants? I saw that on the news.
No, is there copper in there or something? Why are they stealing fire hydrants?
They're selling the metal. And I was like, okay, these are the things that he sees on the news that I don't see, that to me are things that you should bring up. Do you know if you take all the fire hydrants out of the area and we get a wind gust and we got those fires, we got a problem.
Yeah. Big time.
So that's how I get it. I started telling him that if we get enough followers, you can monetize and make money. We get some advertisers and we can make some money. And then he looked at me and he's like, really? I said, yeah. So that's how I got it. I told him, I said, it's something you can do from the kitchen table and you can make some money doing it. That's kind of where it started.
There is a general consensus. There is always that one general idea that the public would agree with. But what makes you unique is that tiny bit of pushback to make people go, wait, what? And there's your content right there.
But, you know, I think I thought about what was going on in the world, the news, right? We talked about sports. We talked a little bit about politics. We talked a little bit about his upbringing and about family and kids and grandkids. I just tried to be, just because I wasn't really sure where he wanted to go. And I generally felt that he felt comfortable. He felt like it was personal, but he was able to get it out and be okay with it.
That's the best part.
That is, he said it was, to take him back to where he's been, it was nostalgic. I was like, wow. Look at you using big words. But I was really proud of him for being able to share his story.
That's a skill. I'm starting to learn that. That's a skill to get somebody to do.
You know, I think as comics, I'm watching and listening. It's all about the story. People want to know your story. They don't care about all the other things. They want to know who you are and where you come from. I listened to a podcast, and I think it was Kevin Hart. He was talking about how he thought, I got on stage, I killed. And somebody told him, don't nobody care. They don't even know anything about you. So he missed that point. And
got it.
I went to this show. I saw Jerry Rocha at Rubicon Theater last Saturday. I got to give a shout out to Marcel Brinkley from Oxnard High School. He invited me and Wills, but Wills wasn't available, so I took a friend. And Jerry Rocha, his show is called Cancer Culture. Cancel culture, but cancer culture.
Yeah.
And it was
clever.
Deep. Oh, it was deep. You never really know what someone's going through until you sit and listen to the story. And there were high points, low points. He had us laughing. He had us crying. He had us laughing. He had us crying. And at the end of the day, we were all rooting for him. And it was a compelling story. And it's so relevant right now where we are. I was in awe of what his point of view, his story. And I said, you know, when I think about getting on stage and what I want to talk about, you got to keep it real. You got to tell the story. Marcel Brinkley told me, he said, the last show you did at Levity, he said, you talked about your dad. You talked about the $10 hookers. You talked about all the things. I never talked about it before because I didn't think it was relevant, but that's part of my history.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I never told anybody I had a kid at 15, and I used to catch the bus and take her to teen mother school, and I caught the bus on a street called Teakwood, and I named her Tika. And that's really where this is the truth.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just there's a lot of truth behind. The truth is what I think makes the story so. And when you can embellish them and build them up and twist and turn, it just makes the comedy a lot more cleaner, fresher.
I'm still learning.
Me too.
I'm still learning how to get up there like that.
But you know that story you told? I'll never forget the story you going to the barbecue with your in-laws.
Oh, yeah.
Wills and I talked about that story for weeks. And I think, you know, I'm watching comedians. They get a story and they're trying to work on it. And sometimes it may take them a year to get it right. I let so many stories go. One day, there was a story, an encounter that I had. And I saw a guy get on stage and tell the exact same story. And I was like, that's my story.
No spin or nothing?
That's my story. The story, I went back to the YouTube video that I taped in 2012.
Uh-oh.
And
Yeah,
I saw the story. And I
that.
said, okay, he changed it a little bit. Instead of having 6 women come into the emergency room, I had men come into, doctors come into the emergency room, but he said it was 6 women. But it was interesting. But I worked on that story and I went back to see, did I do a show with this guy? And I did do a show with this guy. And that's okay because I can still tell the same story because that show is still published on YouTube.
So with that being said, right? Because, okay, George Lopez, he kind of changed my perspective. Instead of thinking like he took my joke or she stole my joke. If you're going to take my joke, at least do it better than me. Do you feel like that? Or
Well,
is it
he
like,
did do it. He punched up jokes. And so what he told me, because, I said, so you punch up jokes? He said, yes. And I said, can I get your phone number? And he gave me his phone number. And I called him. And he's never called me back. And that's okay. I'll call him again. Maybe he was busy.
Maybe. Yeah,
And
gotta get benefit of the
because
doubt.
if people pay people to punch up jokes, and I was like, I wanted to talk about the joke, but we never talked about it.
So I got to experience that too. Do you remember when Mike came to town? Mike Epps came to town.
Yes, I opened up for him.
Yes. So the friend of mine, right? The other guy, Stacy.
Oh my God,
that's a good friend of mine.
Because Stacy got caught in traffic, Denise Carter got the feature.
Hey, thank you, Stace.
Thank you, Stacy.
Come on, Stace.
Thank you, Stacy.
Hey, Stace, come on, man. I got him booked for a show in July, but so after that show, he came over to my house, and
you did his podcast.
I haven't. Not yet. He hasn't been up here yet.
Oh, okay. I thought he went to your house after that show that night.
Yeah,
okay.
But that was just to kick it. Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
I showed him both Levity sets, and for him to watch it and then make it way funnier than what I had it, like me and Tina was on that couch dying.
Wow.
And he was just, and all he told me, he was like, look, you have a clean set. Like, it's clean. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I can't put that on TV. Like, I'm cussing. He's all like, yeah, you cussing, but you're not cussing, though. You're cursing. You're not cussing. If you cuss a little bit more and add a little, you already got the sauce. Now, all you got to do is sprinkle the seasoning on top of it. Like, just extra it out a little bit, and then you'll have them rolling. Because the way me and Tina was on that couch after he, like, word for word recited one of my jokes, he punched it up.
So what do you think? Are you going to do the set the way he did it? Or is that, I'm curious.
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna go to an open mic and I'm gonna give it a try.
Are you still going to Gigi's on Wednesdays?
Every now and again.
I don't go I need to go because I haven't been on stage in about a month, I think. Oh, actually, you know what? I did Blackbird Diner about 3 weeks ago, and so I try to stay relevant. And people, hey, where are you going to be? I said, I don't have anything, so I need to actually submit my information out there and email and get some things out there because I've been doing some private parties.
So this is my thing right now. Yeah, I'll still go to Gigi's. I do check out the Sewer. They got a new mic over there. Every now and again, depending on how I'm feeling, I'll go to the Blue Owl. Out of all the open mics that I've been to, it feels, and this could just be me, but it feels like it's getting harder to find an open mic that feels like a show.
I feel like that's probably one of the reasons why I don't go, because I feel like sometimes I go and I don't think my set is working because nobody's laughing or it's just quiet. And you're like, okay, I could do this with a pillow at home. Like I could talk to the pillow over here and get the same response. And I think that's why. But what I've learned from listening to the greats is you got to get up. It doesn't matter if anybody laughs or not. It's not for them, it's for you.
Right.
And so that's where, I said, wow, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and these guys are working hard. Even Kevin Hart will tell you, get on. You got to get up. Don't go a week without getting up. That's it. I remember I did a show with a guy, his name was Benny in San Diego. He had been on vacation. He's like, I haven't been up in about 3 weeks. And I was like, wow, well, and he got on and killed. But he made me feel like I understand what he felt like. It's like if you don't get up on a regular basis, you have that, it's a little weird feeling, but you get over it as you start going. Because I don't know it's not a jitter, but what it does is you remind yourself, you know what, I should have been on stage last week before I did this cold.
See, and I'm starting to feel that right now because I didn't go, today's Thursday, this is going to come out way after this, but I didn't go up last night. I didn't go up the night before, and then I'm not going up tonight. This is when I got back into it after not being able to do it because of the move and getting, school stuff situated. But the week before, yeah, it felt amazing when I got up there. Like I killed. Are
you going? There's a mic. Stacy told me about it. Well, actually, I don't know if it was Stacy that told. Yeah, Stacy told me about it. The LA Comedy School.
I don't think I heard about LA Comedy
You pay
School.
$5 for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of like Flashback. That's kind of like what Precious does.
Okay. Is that what it's called, Flashback?
It might be Flashback.
But this was in LA. It wasn't hers because I knew they're in Van Nuys or somewhere. I just
Right.
haven't been there. But I'd love to go. When you have a job and you got to get up and go to work,
Yep.
It's hard to go up and stay up till
Yes,
11
it
or
is.
12 o'clock and get home at 1 and then do, everything.
Yep.
That's why. So there's a couple of restaurants that had reached out to do a mic in, necessarily a comedy show. And I need to reach back to them. I just didn't want to commit. It's hard when you have to commit to making it happen. And I experienced that even though it was once a month at the Haven, it's difficult to get people to commit because life gets in the way. So, I didn't want to be that person, but I do have some comics that I was like, well, if you hosted this week, and somebody hosted, it would be different because then it's not so much pressure on the one person because I have a full-time job.
That makes sense.
You know, so that's something I wanted to talk to this restaurant owner about, but I just hadn't got back to it just because I have been just kind of working on my podcast.
Hey, well, you got all the help right here you can get.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well,
I
shit
appreciate
for
that.
that.
I'm super, super excited about, you know, the Juneteenth that's coming
There
up.
we go. I was just about to get into that.
So the Juneteenth is coming up on. I'm extremely grateful to be the MC this year, and this is the 33rd annual Juneteenth celebration.
Where is this at?
It's at Oxnard. It's downtown Oxnard at the Plaza Park, and I was born and raised in Oxnard, right? So that's like family. My father
Yeah,
used
that's
to go
only right.
to the cleaners, American Cleaners, right across the street, and so that Plaza Park is history. It's so much history there. I mean, they're going to have vendors, food vendors out there. They're going to have a blood drive. So you can go if you want to get your blood. If you really want to donate blood, you can donate blood, but I think you got to register for it. A matter of fact, in the next 7 days, well, I guess, yeah, next 7 days, we'll be really going hot and heavy to try to promote and get more people out
Of course.
there. I know
Okay.
Julius is going to be out there real quick, though.
Hey,
Let's give a plug.
I'm going to be there. Hey,
Gonna
I'm going to
out
be there.
I think anybody who's ever aspired to hold a mic and be on TV, right? Why not interview it real quick, though? Sit down, ask a question.
I'm trying to tell y'all. Hey, and another thing too, man. Thank you for everybody. This past week, no, this is Tina's stepson. He was on here. He was on here a couple nights ago, and then a couple nights ago before that. He suffers from depression and PTSD. This kid he's not a kid. I shouldn't say that.
How old
This
is
young man. I wouldn't say he's 22.
Okay.
And he has had a life, a hard one. And for him to come on here, he actually like ran to, hey, you signed up for the podcast? Yeah, I'm about to do a music review. Can you mind if no, please, come on. Anything I can do for him, I'll do it just because of everything that he's been through. He needs that, he needs that. He came up here and he just let it all out. He went upstairs and Tina told me, he said, I'm going to do it again. I love it. I brought him back, and again, he spilled his heart out. He did everything he needed to do. He said everything he wanted to say his way, and people are flocking to it now.
Wow, I
They're
can't wait to
flocking
watch
to
it.
now. Like,
is it up?
Yeah, it's out. So one of them came out today. Actually, today's Thursday. One of them came out today, and then another one of his is gonna come out next Thursday.
So what's it? Does he have a specific? Is it just you interviewing him, or is it a show about him, or is it what episode is it?
So he has episode 84 and 85. And
All right, episode 84 and 85. I am going to share that.
It's a little rough. He be cussing. He young, and
That's all right. I like that. So I've got a daughter. She lives in Texas. She loves to listen to podcasts. She told me that today, and I said, "Oh, so to me, she had gone through some depression and some anxiety, and right now, I think anyone who could relate to someone who's going through that, I think that's where the story is. Because if you think about what's going on with our youth, they're all suffering.
Yes.
They're not in the world that we were brought up in. There was no cell phone.
No.
There was no distraction. We was outside playing till the lights came on, and you had to get in the house, eat, take a bath, go to bed, do your homework, be ready.
Yep.
All this other stuff, I mean, you didn't have to worry about a drive-by shooting. You didn't have to worry about none of that because nobody was doing that. Not in the era that I grew up in. Now, it's different.
It's different.
It's
a lot
different. I mean, today, Wills was telling me that the cops were on the block when he came home, and they wanted to see our cameras to see if we saw a drive-by shooting. I said, in this neighborhood? But you know what? It's everywhere. But I digress.
Look,
I don't know how we got there.
If Drake's house can get shot up, don't think you exempt.
You're right.
You're
right.
But yeah, for anybody that's going through it, just the way he said it, you can feel it. And I'm really, really, really proud of him because
he shared it.
He makes music, and now he found a way to get his music out. And I told him, once people see you on a consistent basis, they're gonna know that you're serious about it, and they're gonna attract to you, and they're gonna know you for that instead of knowing you for whatever else that you did.
Wow.
You know?
But you know what? Episode 84 and 85?
84 and 85.
I can't wait to listen. I'm going to listen. And I got a little platform. I think I got about 4,000 people on my little Facebook. Instagram, I don't have that many, but I'm trying to learn how to add more followers. And I have no problem sharing anybody's content because
I got you off mic.
You know, somebody shared mine with somebody one day, and I will definitely share it. But getting back to the Juneteenth,
yep.
so
back to
we're gonna have
Juneteenth.
this. We're gonna have this tent with Julius, and he is going to be streaming live and interviewing folks, and I guess doing commercials and all that. I think to me, if you got a city that's promoting something so annually, an annual celebration of something that we didn't celebrate as much, now that it's a national holiday, man, please. You know, there's a guy, he has a hot dog cart. I love to know his story.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing.
That's
I
what
say
I'm
this
thinking.
all the time.
Why would you do this?
Everybody has a story.
I've got a friend of mine. They have a booth. They're gonna do. They're selling something, candy, water, something. And I was like, I wonder why they did that and not did food. But I understand it's a lot of work. I had a booth at the Jazz Festival a couple years back. I didn't want to have to worry about nothing. I rented a refrigerator. I rented the stove. I rented everything and had it delivered. But I didn't think about the pickup. That was the drama.
Oh,
the
yeah, it's
pickup.
always
and
something.
I rented that so I didn't have to worry about the temperature and all that.
Right.
Because I thought, I could do this better. I could do this smarter. But I learned a lot. I didn't really make any money, but I learned if I wanted a booth, I know what to do.
Experience is the best
Experience
teacher.
is a thing. I thought we wanted a restaurant. That's a lot of work. That's standing on your feet every day. And what if you don't get no customers? I'm a talker. I feel like I'm going to get some customers. So I just think it's interesting. But we have a lot of food vendors that are going to be out there. A lot of great entertainment. Sade Champagne is in charge of all the entertainment.
Sade.
Extremely proud of her. DJ Quicc is our DJ. This man is, not only is he smart, he is gifted.
You said DJ Quicc?
DJ Quicc. Not DJ Quicc. We call him DJ Quicc, but he's not the DJ Quicc.
Okay. I was like, what?
He does a lot for our youth in LA and Santa Barbara. It's just an amazing he's an amazing gift to our communities.
Okay. Shout out to him.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing the music, and then you've got the Juneteenth committee. It's co-chaired by Julia, Dixon, and Angela, and I'm just really happy to be part of it. They gave me an opportunity to MC, and I think we're going on a couple of years now. I don't know. This might be the 5th or 6th year that I have been the MC, and it is a blessing to be part of that. I think what really excites me more than anything is the fact that my mother and father, my mother used to come, and she'd be sitting in there, hey, Miss Carter. I'm like, oh my God, I'm working.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy. I'm just happy to do that because it's in the community where I grew up in, and it gives me a lot of. It just makes it fills my cup to give back to this city, who embraced our family, and there was 9 kids, 9 kids, and it's just a blessing to be part of it.
So you said this has been going on for 30 plus years?
33 years. And the 35th year, they're going to really do it big time. Big time. I think they want to get the car clubs out there.
Oh,
they
yeah.
That's everything. I mean,
it's a good look.
I think what it is we're going through this shift. This is what I want to say. We're going through a shift. You've got these committee members that have been doing this for years. But now the transition is you got to bring in some younger youth that are more techie, they do things a little bit different. So where I used to fill out an application, these guys are doing things online with a QR code, boom, done. It's different. And I think
like that.
That's what the younger generation is doing, and with all the technology, the older generation they're embracing it, but it's something they're not comfortable with. But they're embracing it, and we're all learning as we go.
these young ones, they're getting organized. There was a few times where I was just driving down the street and saw 100 of the Fixie kids, and the oldest one had to be like 18.
And what were they doing?
They just riding their bikes.
That's beautiful.
They just riding their bikes. Just 100 kids riding their bikes. They ride to downtown Ventura, then they'll go ride to the collection and terrorize the collection. I shouldn't say terrorize, that's the wrong word, but they run amok. They're definitely out there. They're doing wheelies and bar spins, and it's just, they're kids. And if the kids can get organized like that, and if we can find a way to get them to come to these events and show them that, hey, it's okay.
But you know what? If they're doing willies, why not come out and show them all the techniques that they can do on their bikes? That might be something entertaining. I don't know. But for me, I'm all about trying to keep us from getting, teaching them. I was downtown LA, and I finally saw the buildings that the guy tagged.
Oh yeah.
Downtown LA. And
Yeah.
I said, this guy walked across on a tightrope. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that, but he did that.
But
I see it all the time.
I'm like, I was perplexed. Why would you do that? You could have really just been done.
He left his name somewhere. It's a LA staple now.
Yeah, it is.
And it's across from the Staples Center. Like,
I just was shocked. And you know what? It is what it is. But this is. I think more YouTubers want to get noticed for what their daredevil stuff. I heard something, and it was a guy did a stunt in a helicopter low to the ground with explosives on it, and he's on trial right now. He get 10 years for that. It's crazy.
yeah, I don't need to go viral that bad. I do not need to go
I'm not
viral
interested.
that bad.
You know, I'm gonna post this today. I had a friend of mine, Carlos. Shout out to Paul Medic Corporation. If you ever need a hospital bed or any equipment, that's my guy. And he was doing a training to share how easy it is to use a Hoyer lift. And I actually got in the bed, and they Hoyer lift me up and put me in a chair. And I'd never done that before, probably because I felt comfortable because I'm not as big as I was, right? So it was a real, like, I could see why people were afraid, but they did it. His equipment was just so comfortable. I was so comfortable, and it's 6 minutes, and I was like, I got to ask Julius, how do I speed it up a little bit so it's, not so long, but I still want to tell his story because he's making you feel comfortable about it. But I think I'll just post it on YouTube and let people watch it if they want to. How easy it is to use a Hoyer lift when you don't want your loved one sitting in the bed the whole time. The Hoyer, they have equipment out there to get them up so they can sit in a chair when they get tired, put them back in the bed.
I've seen one of my friends, a good friend of mine, Constance. She just, cause she does like caregiving. Mm-hmm. She's a human Hoyer lift.
You know what?
She's strong.
She's strong, but you know what? Sometimes people don't realize picking up a coffee cup, you can slip a disc, and you're done. And a lot of surgeries, a lot of pain. It's better to use the equipment, save your back. I don't care how old you are, how strong you are. It ain't worth it. In the end, use the equipment. I've seen a lot of nurses have a lot of surgery after. I think I can. I think I can. Y'all
heard it. I don't know. This is my first time hearing about it, so y'all better listen.
I don't know nothing, but I'm not a nurse. You know what I am? I'm a communicator, and I connect people. I try to connect people together, and that's what I try to do. Like, I want to connect everybody to come to the Juneteenth 33 annual Juneteenth celebration downtown Oxnard.
Pull up.
Come up. Tell your friends. This is something. Do you know how many years? It just became a national holiday like 2 years ago. I think it was
something like that.
Like 2 years ago. And I was like, I don't even get this day off, right? I don't get the day off.
It's on Friday?
It's Saturday, Juneteenth. I think
Saturday,
it's actually
that's better.
considered Juneteenth, like the 19th of June. But the banks are closed. The military gets the days off. Regular working folk in the private sector, we don't get that day
paid
off.
Holidays.
It ain't that holiday.
Ugh.
But I'm just glad to be part of it. And, they work really hard to try to bring some amazing entertainment. They've got The Ventura College, I wish I think I have a list, but I got to look at my phone. The Ventura College Jazz Band, Fundi is going to be there. He's doing his thing. They have they're gonna have a group of people. I'm trying to promote something, and I should have brought my paper because I don't have it in front of me.
Hey, it'd be like that.
But I really feel like it's a missed opportunity if we don't get out there and support our community when they're having events like this, especially the mayor's coming out, the CEO, Savette Johnson. I think we're going to have Michelle Asocion. I always try to not mess up her name. She's our city clerk. She is our county clerk, and we're gonna have some people out there. I'm sure maybe Julia Brownlee, maybe Kathy Long, but these are dignitaries that come in. Our district attorney. These people come in. They take that time because it's an election year. They want to show our community that they're supporting all the cultures out there. They support the salsa festival. They support the just different festivals that are out there. And I think it's important that we get out of the house, stop watching Law and Order, and
turn the Grey's Anatomy off,
yes,
please.
Yes, I've been watching something on Netflix.
Please.
I can't even think of it, but it was it was actually Netflix done had me hemmed up for a couple of days.
I'll turn Harry Potter off to come out. But this is what I like about the shows too. People will show up that you would not expect to be there. I'll be like, oh, they're too cool or they're too big. Nah, they're pulling up. If it's in Oxnard, they're pulling up.
You'd be surprised at how many celebrities live in this area, like Ojai. There's people right down in Ojai. There's people in Ojai that are celebrities because you know what? It's a quaint little town. They ain't got this. They're all kind of hippie kind of. It's kind of that kind of town, but everybody's just chill. It's like the country. Nobody's in a hurry. It's not like the city life.
Right.
They right down the street from the city.
Hustle and bustle.
Yeah. I think that's what makes it different for Ventura County. You've got Camarillo, Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, Calabasas, Kardashian, and
Kanye be at the cheesecake.
you know what? What's wrong with him?
Why
his woman? Okay, I just got to go there since you brought it up. Why he got?
In a world where truth means nothing.
They're eating the dogs.
In a world where Joe Rogan and John Oliver are hailed as intellectual icons. In a world where Hollywood makes the same shitty movies over and over and over again. From that world comes a team.
Wait, are you talking about me?
In the lineage of iconic teams like The Rock and Mankind.
Okay, well, that's not a terrible team to be part of, I guess.
Like Lennon and McCartney.
Okay, that's probably slightly even better. I could get behind that.
Like Sherlock and Watson, or Batman and Robin.
Okay, but one of those people in that dyad is really bad at what they do.
Like Steven Tyler of Aerosmith and the guitar guy from Aerosmith.
Hey, wait a second. I don't want to be the guitar guy.
Like Michael Jordan and, whoever else was on the Bulls.
I'm Pippen. I'm Scottie fucking Pippen.
Comes a partnership to save you from the shitty entertainment you are forced to consume like so many Slim Jims. It's Connect the Coast Radio and a guy with an LED background, a microphone, and too much free time on his hand wearing emo band shirts like it's the 2005 Warped Tour.
Hey, wait a minute. That's me you're talking about.
This winter, if you watch one podcast, make sure to watch Connect the Conversations.
That's not the name of the podcast, you asshole.
Fine. It's Honest Conversations with Mr. Carter, now syndicated on the Connect the Coast network.
Thanks. See, is it that much to ask for you to be professional for like 10 seconds?
Coming soon.
You motherfucker.
In his debt, she needing it back. I'm working around, just letting it catch. These feelings intact, my cinnamon shawty. She using no gobby. I'm resting my 40, I'm looking to know her a little bit closer. No roller coaster, nipping is fine. I'm calling a mine, not taking a shot. The humble reside, taking interest out. Gonna waste no time, never in my prime. This my new lifetime. I don't need no shot, gonna waste no time. Gonna waste no time. Gonna waste no time.
Everything I'm thinking gonna happen, shorty. I'm trying to give you extra strokes. Weed hasn't thrown. Been a pleasure, nice to meet you. When's the matrimony? And me no disrespect. Don't be too casual for me. Take it for what it is, yeah. You trying to have my kids, yeah. If I go too fast, then you might leave me in suspense, yeah. You ain't making sense, yeah. Baby feeling tense, yeah. I told her, what's prime, baby? I wouldn't lie, baby. I wouldn't hug you, then go leave you, push aside, baby. I see them signs, baby. Them desert eyes, baby. We gon' weather bigger storm, but that's in time, baby. Buffer calibrations if you be more patient with me. Feeling easy going time, but life done made me silly. Restoration case on 50. Ay, where's the case on D? Where's the case on D?
I'm so close to press back. I should've told you this, that.
Yeah. If me and the devil ran a fade, would you go for me? If they let me in the White House, would you vote for me? I paint that motherfucker brown and let the homies free. Man, who am I kidding? If I ran, they'd end up smoking me. Kissing on your neck, banging Jodeci. Then I'll beat the pussy up like it stole from me. My enemies in fear of dealing with the ghost of me. I ain't gonna hunt your little scary ass homies, G. Back to my brown skin queen, you caught my eye again. You all I need to get me through in this life of sin. It's another slow jam I'll dedicate to you. I'll flip this world upside down if they hate on you.
So close to press back. I should've told you this, that. I'm so close to press back. I should've told you this, that.
Just wanna be, so you know the bitch.
Just me and you. What's good with you? Your king, your prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight. You been, I been, I hit it right. She dick, much I ice. You smoke, I drink. I know you think that I'm alright. What's good tonight?
Off the rip, look what I did. I made a 20 out of 25 cents. I did. I got the enemy streaming my shit. I make a broad only like coochie like dick. Me and him, we ain't the same. He ain't got an ounce of game up in that brain. He love to try to throw smut up on my name. But when I see him, it be yelling gang gang. Like we homies, but we not. That respect don't hit the same when it's buck. When it get hard for you, it's fuck the world. Y'all love the homies more than you love your girl. That shit sus. What the fuck? Cause she ain't never had a real one in them guts. Look, until I hit shit, and that was it. Y'all drink, thinking, get pussy to my shit. Sing it.
Just me and you. What's good with you? Your king, your prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight.
Now how many licks do it take for you to? You'll never know if you still fucking with a bum. Maybe one day, but y'all been cooked since day one. You tweaking if you beefing and you bitching over crumbs. Homie, I ain't the one. Stay the fuck around me. There ain't nothing that a broke motherfucker could tell me. I love it when y'all step up in the ring and doubt me. And end up going to sleep counting sheep by round 3. Look, now who let these dusty ass dingy pro club wearing ass motherfuckers in the function today? Me mugging with no hands, they got fucked up today. I don't know, but they scaring all the pussy away. I still like 'em brown eye, big ol' titties and thighs. Little homie, big ol' heart, get you wet between your thighs. So spit your game, baby girl. I'll be the pleasure to your pain. Whisper in your ear, baby. This what I'm saying.
Just me and you.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. It's the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the coast, and you are watching CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast, playing 805 hip hop and R&B every single Monday through Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. How is everybody? I don't know how long I'm gonna be on. It definitely depends on if the chat gets active or not. This is a Saturday. I usually don't stream live on Saturdays because I like to rest on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to work myself to death. But yesterday was like the most technical difficulties that we've had so far. So excuse me, I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. I felt that it was only right that I come back and give y'all at least an hour. Excuse me. Plus, there's some new music that I want to play as well. The Name Uno dropped a new joint with Mike Valley, AMG, super fire. I love the video. Destructive did it. Shout out to Destructive. And then Big Time Bake dropped a remix to Gangsta Party, and it's called After Party. It's one of those big DJ Khaled type collaborative records, which we don't see a lot of from the coast. Connect the Coast is definitely the most known for doing those kind of big records. Connect the Coast and 7 Records, I would say. And now I'd add Green Hill to that list. But it is still pretty rare considering how many artists there are on the coast. So I like seeing that. I like seeing that collaborative effort. And it's definitely like a black and brown collaborative thing, which I'm always happy to see. So we'll get into those two a little later. I know there was something I wanted to talk about, but I can't really remember what it was. But if I can remember and there's time, I'll talk about that as well. I want to stop trying to say as well. I don't know why I say that all the time. I want to stop. Flag that. If you hear me say it, flag it, because I want to stop saying that. But yeah, shout out to our sponsors, Connect Canna. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. So if you're trying to re-up, if you're headed to the beach, the lake, you're trying to roll one up, we got you. Just tap the link in our Instagram bio, and you can order directly to your location. And you'll get it within an hour if you order from the express menu. Our service is only available in Slow and Kern County, nowhere else. But if you're in those areas, then you can go ahead and tap the link in our Instagram bio and order yourself something. We have vapes, edibles, tinctures, flour, pre-rolls, the whole nine. So go ahead and do that. And it's a great way to support the stream. Also, shout out to epirus.club. I know that's probably not a word you hear every day, so let me go ahead and drop it in the chat so you can see what it's spelled like. But if you're a creative of any type, especially if you're in the 805, I highly suggest you visit epirus.club. You can list your services there, and get paid right on the platform through Stripe for free. It doesn't cost anything to sign up, so check that out, epirus.club. Shout out to Rare Breed and Chapsworth on that one. 7 Records is in the chat. What's good, yo? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. I was just telling whoever was going to end up seeing this that we're going to premiere AMG a little bit later. Very, very good job. I love that song. I love the video. It's not killing empty for me, but I still like the song a lot. I think that was another standout from the album for me. And if there's anything you want to hear out there, let me know. It's $5 Cash App or Venmo. Our Cash App's Connect the Coast. Our Venmo's Connect the Coast 2021. Include the title, the name of the title and the artist, and we'll definitely play that. Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this little Yachty shit that's going on, yo. Yeah, so if there's time, we'll talk about that as well. So we might have a packed show. So let's get into it. Actually, let's What are we gonna start with? Should we wait? Yeah, like why wait, right? Why wait? Let's just do it. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna start off with the two premieres. Up first, we got Big Time Bake After Party remix to Gangsta Party featuring Big E, Henface, Mo Licks from Slump Boys, and I seen OGT in the background. So check this out, world premiere CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. We got AMG right after this.
This the after party, let the bros in. That money sound give me activated. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
There go that money sound again, you know I'm loving it. Hit the gangsta party, now my niggas thugging it. City rocking with me, everybody fucking with it. Yo mama, cousin, granny, your whole family out here bumping it. This ain't a gangsta party, baby, this the after party. Margot Robbie's in the spot, I see a couple Barbies. We off the rope spot, jumping like it's Jeff Hardy. And if niggas playing games, I keep that one stick, no target. All my booze in one spot like this a haunted house. Baby got hella ass, I think she from the south. Shawty yapping, she the type to give a lot of mouth. Up, down, look at baby head bounce. Oxnard, California be the residence. West Coast, baby, niggas know I'm always reppin'. Niggas know I'm in the spot soon as I step in. Put on for my people, yelling big time for president. This a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is ooh, a gangsta party. Gangsta party, baby, this a gangsta party. This is a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is
it's a gangsta party and the gangsta in here lacking. Shorty throw it back, you better quit with all that acting. Action, not little mama, we just buggy. Back in, counting my commas like I should be. Big moves, big chips and big plays. Love a thick bitch, hair done, pretty face. I'm an old school, fly homie, never change. She like roll through. Who you with? I'm with the gang. Breadwinners, like I'm James P. Sullivan. I let it simmer, but this money gon' keep coming in. I'm in the function taking shots like it's medicine. It's that gangsta out the ox they keep mentioning. Feeling like I can't lose, like I'm supposed to win. Said that was my last run, here I go again. Ain't always up, remember back when I was 0-10. Chop them down like a cut, make a 40 blend.
This a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is ooh, a gangsta party. Gangsta party, baby, this a gangsta party. This is gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is gangsta party, baby, this a gangsta party.
It's against a party, bring that Hennessy. Player pippin' president, I'm calling from the embassy. How you showing love, but it really be some jealousy. Take a couple shots at the Hennessy, know she messing me. One night stand, why the fuck you always message me? If you ain't get into it, why the fuck you standing next to me? Up late night, liquor store like I be clerking. Bring that ass over, let me see what I could work with. Ass brand new, no makeup, she looking perfect. Should I give a dick? I don't know if she deserve it. I like my bitches slim, thick, and real curvy. Yo, she got a man, oh no, don't hurt me. Come and get your bitch, cause she acting real flirty. At the gangsta party, yeah. Gangsta party, gangsta party, gangsta party, yeah. I bring the Hennessy.
This a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is ooh, a gangsta party. Gangsta party, baby, this a gangsta party. This is a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is
Gangsta party, ain't nobody else gon' do it better. I'm the weatherman, lil' mommy, you gon' need a sweater. Say she fucking with that nigga, man, I hit it better. Say she want a real nigga from the 19 letter. Real stepper, real joint, can't forget a killer. Say she grew up in the south, she probably know the gang. Say she let her way I speak and I ain't run the gang. A dark night, she comparing me to Bruce Wayne. And I ain't even gon' lie, I know she feeling me. But I'ma keep it Scotty fly like a pelican. Gangsta party, gangsta shawty, who got the Hennessy. Say she let her way I walk, bitch, you know I'm sagging. Fat daddy, what she call me, and I ain't even mad. Yeah, fat daddy, what she call me, and I ain't even mad.
This a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is ooh, a gangsta party. Gangsta party, baby, this a gangsta party. This is a gangsta party. I need a bad bitch, I need my gangsta party. This is
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Big Time Bake, Big E, Henface, Mo Licks. Yo, can you hear that? Yo, it's it's ringing in the background. Yo, it has been a bell going nuts, like an alarm going nuts that the whole city can hear for like 30 minutes, yo. And it has me worried. I don't know what the fuck it means. And I'm not seeing any news flashes about it or anything, and everybody's just acting like it's fucking normal. So I don't know what to do, but it sounds crazy. And the whole city, no matter where you can go, can hear it. It's really wild. Anyways, I like that video, yo. I only have one note. Well, first of all, I didn't know that there was anybody black in Slump Boys. I had no idea. I'm assuming the dude with the afro was from Slump Boys. And I didn't know that there were any black Slump Boys. So that was news to me. And then my note is, if you rapping about tings and beezies, if you rapping about gangster shorties, you need, yeah, exactly. Where are they? You need to have women in the video. It looked, I'm gonna be real, it looked like it was hard to focus on the song when I hear you talking about a lot of women and then I see nothing but dudes in the video. But I don't think that makes it a bad video at all. And I've made that mistake. I've done the similar thing when I put out videos too. When I'm, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. And also, you just do what you can do. You know, I fully believe you probably, if there could have been, there would have been. There's probably all kinds of factors coming into play. So there, you know, it could have been a last minute video shoot. I don't know. But I will say, like, just keep that shit in mind for the future. Because I think that could have just took it to a next level, especially because the first video, Gangsta Party, I think works so well because there are so many pretty girls in that video, you know what I'm saying? And the environment is a party environment. Like, you call the song Gangsta Party. And I mean, yo, if he's not, then that's my biggest note for the video is what the fuck if he's not. I am assuming that was a black man with an afro. I'm sorry, I refuse to believe anything else. You know? Like, if that was not a black man, nah, bro, nah, that guy had to be, nah, he was a black man, bro. I don't think he might have been mixed. He might be mixed, but yo, if that is not a black person, if that is not a black man, that's my biggest note in the video is there is no way in the Holy Father's green earth and the Holy Mother's black, deep purple and pink space, nigga, that was allowed to happen. That was a black man. I'm saying it. I'm calling it. That was a black man. He is black. I'm sorry. Like, there's no other option. There is no other option for that. No other option. I will not allow any other thing to be true. I'm sorry. Anyways, okay, let's not dwell on that. Cause I wanted to get to this video, which I'm fucking with, yo. Like, can I say about this AMG, just this Batman and Superman album in general, what I love about it is, like, I think y'all styles complement each other so well, but you're not doing the same thing. Like, Mike has his very own distinct vibe, and Uno has his very own distinct vibe, but they complement each other so well. I really dig it. So let's get into this world premiere. The name Uno Mike Valley from the Batman vs Superman album. This is called AMG World Premiere, CTC Radio, the only radio station.
Yeah, shit, this that AMG ass money game, we finna sell a key. Betty on my lap, I got like 10 of these. Got a dark skin bitch, she poppin' shit just like she Annalise. Got another blonde just on my team, she could've been in Greece. Light skin look like Penny, yeah, she proud, she a proud fiend. Latina so thick, I fuck one time and then I fell asleep. Circle so small, the dream team, we got like 10 rings. Shooters always shoot, I shoot at hoes just like I'm Katie. Call me another bitch, she give me head just like Medusa. producer. I'm a loser, better yet, we call that shit papoose. I'm walking in the club, shout out Dirt, I got my tooling. I walk up in that fire, yeah, I swear that we ain't losing. Me and Philly pushing rocks, we sell the fiends.
Trap guy, what up?
I'm telling Bam to roll a camera, it's a scene. A Godfather, I'm talking nigga, can't hear your dreams. I'm Freddy Cougar, nightmare, the only thing. I'm double cup, I'm walking shawty, I'm off the lean. Yeah. And baby, this just 7, baby, this the team. Yeah. AMG.
Walk in this bitch, baby, sick like the roof. One cuz crib, one cuz big boot. Made a couple plays, now my pocket's big boot. Heard he got mad cause the bitch been chewed. Here's another hit, yeah, it's business as usual. I thought I grew a little, but I'm talking like I used to. Bitch that I'm with, yeah, shawty looking crucial. My brother in the red like Oklahoma soon. If niggas was to rent, they leave Oklahoma soon. The gas that I smoke make me think I see the future. I turn that bitch down so she started spreading rumors. We could go into it, I don't wanna go into it, no. All my niggas crazy, baby, hate the birds you bubble. My youngin' keep the laser in a Herschel just for trouble. Them Perkins kick my ass and I only took a couple. Don't pick up a gun if you don't wanna use a shovel. Gang was on the run, you ain't running with a savage. Say she want a ton, call the flight to change the weather. When I flip the switch, gang, I'm about to change the meta. Saying she in love, can't nobody do it better. Nah. Saying she in love, can't nobody do it better.
CTC Radio, the only radio station.
Can't nobody do it better.
The only radio station committed to the coast. That's brand new music. Mike Valley, the name Uno AMG. Video going hard, song going hard. That nigga said, don't pick up a gun if you don't want to use a shovel. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I was just about to say, my nigga, I watched it on my phone a couple times. I just watched it on the big screen. I just peeped the cowboy boots. You a fool for that. That shit was big swag though. I seen when you was doing the dig, I was like, this nigga got pointy toes. That's crazy. That shit look hard though. That video is so clean. I love it. Fucking add that to your live. Is that yeah, of course. It's available on all it's available. Wait, is it still secret mode or is it available on streaming services now? And either way, sub on YouTube. Go hit the like button on YouTube. Okay. We're getting confirmation. It's available on all streaming services. Make sure you go add that. It's everywhere. Yeah, man, that shit's going crazy. Going crazy. This is another good opportunity to test out the internet. Let's get into this Lil Yachty conversation, man. So for those that don't know, Lil Yachty has been kind of getting dragged on the net because he keeps losing friends and people are saying that, you know, he's not a good friend, which is a crazy conversation. I never thought we'd get to the era where we're talking about if artists are good friends or not. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's wild. I don't care about that per se, but this conversation struck a chord with me because I think I have a little bit different perspective than everybody. And I hear where everyone is coming from, and I'll explain, but I definitely want to give my 2 cents about it. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, actually, let me see if we can find a video that gives an overview better than me. Ooh, and Caribou responded. Shit. Cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to find one that's short because they're all like they're all a little long. But basically, Lil Yachty has a podcast with a dude named Mitch, and he had a group called Concrete Boys, and in the group was I actually was a fan of hers. As far as like what I've heard, I liked her bars. I didn't mean to skip over that either. Empty music video shoot tomorrow, 7 Records is saying. So I'm assuming that's down south, the Ventura area. Trap guy, pull up. But yeah, he has a group called Concrete Boys. In the group is a female artist named Caribou, and I just like her voice and her delivery, so I thought she was cool. But I had a feeling that he was writing her bars because it just felt very little Yachty-ish to me. But everybody thought she was writing her own bars, which was, I don't know why. It wasn't giving that. But anyways, she sounded really good and she was dope. She is dope. She didn't die or anything like that. But her and Yachty had a falling out a little while ago, and nobody knew why. And so Yachty came out and basically said, he confirmed it. He said Caribou and Concrete Boys have parted ways. And that's all I have to say about it. He said, I have nothing bad to say about her. I'm gonna leave it there, but she's doing her own thing now, and we're not affiliated anymore. And everybody was kind of speculating, like, what's going on? Like, she was the dopest one in the group. Like, what could have happened? And then on Yachty's podcast the other day, I forget who the guest was, but Yachty and Mitch host this podcast together. And on the podcast, they were talking about something, and Yachty basically insinuated that Mitch would be nothing without him. And I actually let me actually Key Glock, thank you. Trap guys, y'all got it. Key Glock, thank you so much. But so Yachty and Yachty and Mitch had Key Glock on the podcast the other day, and they were talking about basically getting on the straight and narrow path, basically. Like, so Mitch told the audience, like, Key Glock said, yo, you should, this is what happened. Sorry, I'm thinking about a couple things at once, but this is what happened. Key Glock said that, yo, get it however you can, even if you gotta rob people. And I'm paraphrasing. He said, even if you gotta rob people, get it however you can. Just don't live off of another man. And so Mitch stepped in and was like, yo, let's like course correct and say, don't get it however you can. Like, don't rob somebody. Get it in a righteous way. Get it honestly. Don't rob people. Don't kill people. But get it however you can, it within those two rules. And then Yachty stepped in and was like, yo, how can you say that when you have a me? Because you didn't want to get a job, you didn't get it in a righteous way. Like, I put you on, and so it's easy for you to say that when you have a me, but most people in the world don't have a me. And I get that, and I get where Yachty's coming from, because Yachty has way more background into like how Mitch was before the world got to know Mitch. But I think Wayno said it best. Wayno said that this was a conversation that should have never been had in public. And I'll add to that and say that if it was being had in public, then they should have discussed first how that was going to occur, because if you don't understand what Yachty is trying to say, then he does sound crazy. And I feel like a lot of the audience that's criticizing him doesn't understand what he's trying to say. And so when that happened, Caribou retweeted herself. She posted a tweet a long time ago that said, said something like, I'm not going to say anything. Everything will reveal itself. And then she retweeted that and said, this aged well. And so when she tweeted that, Yachty went live and went off. And so I'm going to show you the part where Yachty goes live and goes off. And then I'm going to tell you what I think about what he said, because he is getting cooked. Everybody's saying that he's spazzing. Everybody's saying that he's crashing out. Crash out coming soon. But I feel like I have a little bit of a different perspective. So let me play you what Lil Yachty said, and then we'll talk about it.
I would even know what Caribou was if it wasn't for me. What the f are we talking about, bro? I wrote that verse when we went on the radar.
Off the dust. with that sack under my arm, cause I can help it must. I crush the fucking.
So y'all remember that video that I made not too long ago about Caribou leaving the Concrete Boys or supposedly being kicked? All right, and over time it hasn't been that much.
I'm gonna just fast forward to the live.
Rated teen.
No, not the ads. I'm gonna just fast forward to the live part though.
And you, bro, go ahead and tell people how you talk to people.
Ooh.
How you tell my security guard, oh, you home? Oh, you work for me. Oh, we are
security guard. What?
You ain't got no. You're poor, and we above you. And how you talk to people like they nothing. You talk to people like they small, like they beneath you. Bro, hold on. Tell people how you verbally abuse people. How you told me you gonna f me when you see me. Tell you
What?
talk to people, bro.
She was going what?
Your brain is clinically imaged, bro. How you disrespect people. How you go around.
She said she gonna spit on him. He's alleging that she said she's gonna spit on him, not shit on him. I just want to be clear about that.
Treating people in your everyday life. I've been letting you do this whole thing where you act like you like a princess and you sweet and you know like, oh, you just such a good girl. Bro, stop the front, bro. Internally, we have withheld your actions since the beginning of me giving you this career.
So he basically saying ever since Caribou started, she always been hostile in front of others. Okay.
What are we talking about, bro? What the even talking about, bro? You don't even do nothing. What the yo, bro.
Yo, that part when he said, because honestly, the first part I don't care about. Honestly, like I prefer that she be nice to people, but I feel like that's just not relevant to the conversation. But when he turns up right here, this is the part right here that that resonates with me, and I'll tell you why after.
Oh
no, he mad.
It's so crazy to me, bro, because I've given you a career, and time to time you just disrespect me. I wrote every verse you've done. I dressed you. I dressed all 5 of y'all, bro.
Oh my God.
I dressed 5 every time we stepped out the house. I put an outfit on everybody. I put 8-carat earrings in everybody's ear.
Okay, I don't know if this is just him having an ego or let him chat though. Let him chat.
Put 3 chains on all y'all neck. We bought a Cartier watch. I gave you that chrome Rolex. Bro, you the most you was watching tables. You was waiting. What are we talking about? I changed your motherfucking life. And you on here lying, talking about some we you that got me f***ed up, bro. You got me f***ed up, bro. You disrespectful, bro. You talk to people crazy. You tell people that they are nothing. You tell people you gonna spit on them. You tell people they poor, and you talk to my label crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, making fun of people that's poor or who ain't got it like that, that's lame, bro. That ain't cool. Hopefully what Lil Yachty's saying isn't true, because that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You claim I was stealing money from you? Bro, stealing money from you how? Stealing money from you how, bro? You ain't made no money, bro. See, this is the problem with you new artists. Y'all get popping online, and then you become more popular than your actual music, right? You $900,000 in the hole, and I got every receipt. $900,000 concrete in a hole. I got every receipt. I'm gonna post it. I dare you. Try me. I'm gonna post it, and I post how much money your streams are made. You got, bro. Stop. Don't go on the internet and act like I'm you, bro. I've been nothing but loving and caring and paid your bills and gave you money and took you around the world, and nobody would even know who Caribou was if it wasn't for me. What the f are we talking about, bro? I wrote that verse when we went on the radar.
So he did write the verse. I knew I was a trip. I don't think he'll be lying about that.
Purpose. So everyone would say, who the f that girl? I slowed the beat down. I put 808 specifically on your verse.
Wow.
So when it got to your part and the beat drop, everyone would be like, oh, the girl is the craziest one. I wrote that verse the night before we even went on the radar on my phone. Bro, I got the voice. I got reference. What the f are we talking about? You ain't never wrote a song in your life.
The reference is crazy.
That's why ain't no music came out since you've been left, because you ain't got no music. You can't rap.
Yeah. Okay. Look, so that's like the 7 Records said he sound like a true Virgo. I'm dead. Trap Guy said tricking. So look,
That's not tricking. That's business. Well, I guess it depends on what your business is, because tricking can be business too. But that's business, right? So this is how I feel about it. I think that we in hip hop don't necessarily, we haven't adapted to optics very well. And I think that context, I think optics is basically the truth without context. And so optics is just what you see, just what you can see with the little information you have without context. And the optics of what Lil Yachty is doing looks bad, and that's why the fans are reacting that way. But I've been hearing that what he's saying about Caribou is actually true. Like she does have behavioral issues, and she has done some things that have ruffled some feathers. I've heard that myself. So I know that he may be coming from a real place, but because he's fighting two battles, one against what he said against Mitch and one with Caribou, now the optics seem like he's the problem, because two people in a very short span of time from two different ventures of his are having problems. And I do think the thing with Mitch, it is his fault. He could have definitely let that go. He didn't have to take it there. But I feel like something happened. This is how I see the situation with Mitch, and then I'll tell you the situation with Caribou. The way that Yachty felt so compelled to talk about what he was talking about with Mitch, I feel like there's a history there that we just do not know about, right? Like, it's giving, if you ever watched like Atlanta, and everybody around Paperboy kind of wanted to be put on, and Paperboy's attitude was kind of like, yo, if I'm out here getting it, you got to go get it. And it feels like Yachty was kind of like that for Mitch, and but he cared too much about him, so he just put him on. You know what I'm saying? But like, it sounds like there was like years and years and years, like 10, 15 years of just not doing anything. And finally Yachty was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got you. Because Yachty just was not letting that one slide. Like, he was not letting it slide. He was like, what have you done? What have you done for you to tell people to get on the righteous path when you didn't get on the righteous path? You got on my path that I put you on. And and Yachty just, he would not let that go. So I think that I think he had to get that off his chest. So there's context there we don't have. I can definitely speak on so yeah, it's a bad look, but I don't necessarily think that Yachty is wrong, and I would love more context, but I'm sure it's very personal, so we'll probably never get that. In the Caribou situation, that one hit me a little harder, because for those of you that don't know my background, like, I'm a ghostwriter myself. I've been a ghostwriter for a long time. I've written some songs for some of your favorite artists. I've written verses and little pieces and lyrics and things for your favorite artists, for some of the biggest artists, and some of the smallest artists. I've created artists out of nothing, who, the same way Yachty just said, you know, they don't rap and they haven't released music because they stopped working with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so because I don't work with them anymore and I wrote everything they ever did, they don't put out music anymore. There's multiple artists that I've done this for and could name. And so when I hear Yachty talk about this, I know from experience that even though the optics are bad and maybe this shouldn't come out, and I'll even take the bad behavior off the table, right? Like I'm saying, I don't think Caribou's bad behavior is relevant to the public. But I will say, like, if you create an artist from scratch and you write everything for them, and then their music becomes bigger than them, there is something that happens almost every time where that artist starts to believe their own hype. They start to drink their own Kool-Aid. They start to eat their own crumbs off the table. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and it's it's really disappointing as the exec, because when you create an artist, you're like the executive producer. So when the artist then believes that they can do all of this without you, but they've never done it on their own before, it gets to a point where you have to let it go. And that's just the nature of the business. But I've never spent $900,000 of my own money on an artist. So I could see that's why he exploded. That's why he was like, yo, what the fuck are we even talking about here? Like, I wrote everything. And then he played the reference. And I'm not gonna lie, like, her On the Radar freestyle is one of my favorite verses of this year. I'm not even gonna, I thought that shit was fire. And the fact that Yachty wrote that, just to me we were just talking about, you know, his I think he's GOAT status, and that's another feather in that cap. I think that proves that Yachty is at this point GOAT status. He's stood the test of time. He's more relevant than he was in the past. And he's, you know, out here being very, very, very creative. Concrete Boys was one of the dopest groups this year. I think his album with James Blake was interesting. So he's been doing all the shit he's been doing with Drake. Maybe bad timing, but still really good creative work. So yeah, no, he's doing his thing. But I fully understand his frustration. And I think that regardless of how bad the optics are, you have to understand that, like, the optics are not the whole story. And so the people, the fans that are criticizing him and saying, like, oh, you know, he's a bad friend, this and this and that, I think should give him a little grace, considering you don't know him at all. He's never been a friend to you, so you can't really say whether or not he's a good friend. But if you just look at the facts, where it's like, he did spend all this money on her. It was a record deal. It wasn't the friendship had nothing to do with the business side of it. Yo, what's good? Prominent Ones is in the chat and says it's up. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the business side of it. For you to then go out and say that you got bullied when really your life got changed is offensive. It's offensive, yo. And I haven't had anyone that I've worked with go out and say I bullied them after I put them on, but I did have people go out there and say, like, I didn't do anything for them after I put them on. I've had people who I created entirely. I gave them their name, every song they ever wrote. I wrote every single lyric, every single letter, and every single word of every single lyric I wrote. I made their beats. I gave them their image. Anybody that's in the music industry that they know, they met through me, but then they go off and like try to get signed to those people that they know only because of me. I had someone who I put on who we did really big things, and I literally created her. I introduced her to a bunch of people in the music industry, and then she went on to give those people a bunch of money and like made them rich, and she only knew them because of me. And they only knew her because of the music that I wrote for her. So I've had that happen on multiple occasions, to where like I have a really, really good insight into what Yachty is talking about. So I know that shit hurts, bro. And when you get slighted, I think it's okay to be like, yo, I think it's okay to be offended when somebody offends you. Like this whole thing where you got to be calm every time you got to be calm no matter what, whenever somebody does something fucked up. Like, I don't understand that behavior, like that internet culture shit where like somebody can do something fucked up to you and you just got to be cool about it. And if you lose your cool, then you're the one that's the problem. Like, that's not how the world works. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's crazy behavior that we encourage and that we like allow. I don't understand that shit. So let me know what you think. Prominent One says you can do all you can, man. That's it. Yeah, that's all you can do. You can't control everything, and you can only manage the things that you can control. So But I ain't gonna lie, for a long time I was super bitter about those things. And it was hard to let it go. But yeah, now like you just get into, like, anytime I get into those situations, I get into it knowing that like this is a possibility, this could happen. I'm not working with them for any other reason than I think they're talented, and if it works, cool. If it doesn't, then it doesn't work. That's the only way you can, that's the only mentality you can have to survive a situation like that. But cool. Yeah, fucking I didn't expect to talk about that long. Let me know what you think in the chat. If you're watching on the replay, let me know what you think in the comments. If you hopped in the middle of the conversation, it's all good. You can catch this full episode on the rest of our channels. Probably starting on Monday, I'll start running reruns. If there's anything you want to hear, let me know. We got a couple more minutes, so I'm gonna play a few more songs. It's just $5, Cash App or Venmo. Our Cash App's Connect the Coast. Our Venmo is Connect the Coast 2021. Make sure you put the name of the song and the name of the artist in the memo, so I play the right thing. Again, shout out to our sponsors, Connect Cannabis. You can order from Connect Cannabis by tapping the link in our Instagram bio. We only deliver to San Luis Obispo County and Kern County, but if you order from the express menu, you can get your order within an hour. We deliver until 9 p.m. So get yourself some flour or vape or edibles or pre-rolls or tinctures. We got you. As long as you're in Slow County or Kern County, you can get it in until 9 p.m. And then we are giving away a MetaQuest 3 and a Nintendo Switch 2. You can tap the link in our Instagram bio or the link in the description of this video to enter the giveaway. It's free to enter. All you have to do is complete tasks to earn points, and then you win. And then the more points you earn, the more chances you have to win. Cool. Let's get into some music. This is Luxury, the Trap God. It's called Fetty. He's out of Santa Maria, California. CTC Radio.
And I'm feeling like the one. Diamond shining like I caught the sun. Chasing chicken like I'm on the run. Bring me 20 50s and a hun.
My phone start ringing, me, my trap is ready. Trap is ready. Trap's ready. Dashing through the traffic like Mar Andretti. Ready. I came to put the sauce in the spaghetti. I'm tripping. Look at your nigga. Is he on Fetty? Ride around with a senorita.
Strap in her purse like Medea.
I got the Shanae, she got the Laquita.
Rest in peace, Vita.
Ran up on a bitch like a cheetah. So fast. Is you hot and ready, Little Caesar? She looking for a nigga just to please her. Take her down the figure, then I leave her. She's down there following instructions. High heels on, she'll show you how to function.
Corner Store, what's good? You want to come on? Let me know. Hit me in the 805 Media Day chat, and we'll set it up.
And I'm feeling like the one. Diamond shining like I caught the sun. Chasing chicken like I'm on a run. Bring me 20 50s and a hun.
My phone start ringing, me, my trap is ready. Dashing through the traffic like Mar Andretti. Ready. I came to put the sauce in the spaghetti. I'm tripping. Look at your nigga. Is he on Fetty?
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Luxury, the Trap God out of Santa Maria, California. It's called Fetty. Add it to your libraries, add it to your playlist, and let them know where you heard it first.
It's your boy T Shahid, and y'all are watching my new video, Something New, on CTC Radio. Let's get it, yeah.
Corner store, we only play 805 music on here though. Everybody got to be from the 805. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Nisha, come on.
Sounds so explicit. OTM, y'all. Just bounce with us, bounce with us, bounce with us, rock with us, rock.
Or not from the 805, but they gotta live in the 805 or like have something to do with the 805.
With us, rock with us, roll with us, roll with us, roll with us. GCE, come on.
Trying something new with you, baby. Oh yeah. And I don't wanna have no rules with you, baby. No. I ain't tryna flex on you, nah. But I want you to myself, baby, I know. Cause we gon' get it on. Yeah. And some may call me selfish, but you the one I see myself with. So we gon' step out tonight. We gonna get it all night. And we gon' rock when we rockin'. And we ain't gon' stop, ain't no stoppin'. Let's party all night long. I'ma try something new with you, baby. Yeah. And I don't wanna have no rules with you, baby. No. I ain't tryna flex on you, no. But I want you to myself, baby, I know. Yes, we gon' get it on. So come and take a ride with me, baby. Oh, yeah. Drive top up the coast with your lady. No. I just wanna set the scene for you, I know. That you ain't never had it like this before. Cause you deserve it all. You deserve it all. And some may call me selfish, but you the one I see myself with. So we gon' step out tonight. We gonna get it all night. And we gon' rock when we rockin'. And we ain't gon' stop, ain't no stoppin'. Let's party all night long. I'ma try something new with you, baby. Oh, yeah. And I don't wanna have no rules with you, baby. No. I ain't tryna flex on you, no. But I want you to myself, baby, I know. Cause we gon' get it on. Break it down. Try something new. What do you have to lose? This feeling is oh so right. Just take that chance on me tonight. With me, you can't go wrong. I'ma try something new with you, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't wanna have no rules with you, baby. No. I ain't tryna flex on you, no. But I want you to myself, baby, I know. Yeah. Cause we gon' get it on. We're gonna get it on. I'ma try something new with you, baby. Oh, yeah. And I don't wanna have no rules with you, baby. Don't wanna have no rules. I ain't tryna flex on you, no. But I want you to myself, baby, I know. Cause we gon' get it on. Yeah.
This video was directed by familiar strangers.
What up, girl? I see you. Listen. Come on. You got what I want, girl. You're just my type. You're everything I like. I think I'm in love. Put that body on me. Oh, it feels so right. We could go all night. I think I'm in love. Looking in your eyes, I can see you from across the room. I won't be surprised if you got a man, but I don't assume. This is your moment. Have some fun, buddy. We on the run. Like the night's the only one. We can do anything we want. I'll get the drinks and bring the bun, baby, until we see the sun. This is your moment. Have some fun. We can do go all night. I think I'm in love. Could it be that one who I can give my devotion to? I can hold you down. Stand by your side if you need me to. You got what I want, girl. You're just my type. And everything I like. I think I'm in love. Body on me. Oh, it feels so right. We can go all night.
Baby, two-step to the moonlight, it feel right. It seem like lately you the only thing on my mind, girl. When I'm with you, we fit like a puzzle. Your friends say I'm trouble, like a dog without a muzzle. Yeah, this what love must feel like. I think about you in my dreams, and I need you on my team. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I don't know nothing else, then I know she the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2020 plus one more, you dig? Go.
Bring that body to your head.
Yeah. I think I'm in love.
Hey, where your friends at? Pull up to the club with the homies and we only got one question, no.
Yo, CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on a Saturday. I apologize for yesterday, yo. The update took way longer than I thought it would. But thank you for coming in, hanging it out with me on a Saturday. I really do appreciate that. I will be back on Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Same CTC time, same CTC channel. Pull up. Definitely tap the link in our Instagram bio. Visit our shop. Get yourself some CTC apparel. That is a great way to support the stream, support our channel. Also, Connect Cannabis is a great way to support our stream. And yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm not gonna belay it. I'm out of here. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. All that shit.
You cooking with me, yeah. Shoot it to the city. We was cooking with me. Cooking with me, yeah. I don't wanna feel no more. I've been on pills since we made go, yeah. I was with Bill and Bo. Zebo said to kill him slow, yeah. I've been getting way too geeked. I've been way too geeked, yeah. Baby, I can't sleep. Give me your head, help me sleep, yeah. She wanna hit the beach. I wanna sell them hits to fiends, yeah. Philly was moving keys. Now I can move them to the keys, yeah. She wanna split a bean. I don't do Dutch, we don't split beans, yeah. Why I can't get no walk? A sign from God, I need to stop. Why I ain't got no ops? From just last year, I had some ops, yeah. Heard that boy sneak dissing. Heard that he got 7 records. Valley could do rock, but Valley rather move them rocks, yeah. Cause oh, you ain't missing. Cause oh, I was hot, yeah. Boy, be careful talking. I don't say be careful often, yeah.
Let's do it. I don't want to leave you hanging. I just want to say let's do it, yo. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
I put money on your head. They take money off it, yeah. Ain't no rest, we gon' hose you down. I had to start AP to raise my stocks and then went froze to that. We put them on channel 3, we put them on T's, you know what my bros about. I know where the reaper sleeps and he know me, you know what my bros about. Cause we shoot from deep.
They support, you know, the just different festivals that are out there. And I think it's important that we get out of the house, stop watching Law and Order, and
turn to Grey's Anatomy, y'all.
Yes,
please.
Yes, I've been watching something on Netflix.
Please.
I can't even think of it, but it was it was actually Netflix done had me hemmed up for a couple of days.
I'll turn Harry Potter off to come out. But this is what I like about the shows too. There, people will show up that you would not expect to be there. You know, I'll be like, oh, they're too cool or they're too big. Nah, they're pulling up. If it's in Oxnard, they're pulling up.
You know, you'd be surprised at how many celebrities live in this area, like Ojai. There's people right down in Ojai. There's people in Ojai that are celebrities because you know what? It's a quaint little town. They ain't got this. They're all kind of hippie, kind of. It's kind of that kind of town, but everybody's just chill. It's like the country. Nobody's in a hurry. It's not like the city life.
Right.
They right down the street from the city.
Hustle and bustle.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it different for Ventura County. You've got Camarillo, Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, Calabasas, Kardashian, and
Kanye be at the cheesecake.
you know what? What's wrong with him?
He
Why
just
his
need-
woman? Okay, I just got to go there since you brought it up. Why he got her with no clothes on? You think there's obviously he's leading up to something that's going to be amazing.
He probably trying to sell. Exactly. He's trying to sell something amazing.
I'm like, okay, you think anybody gonna wear that outfit that looks like it's not on? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's marketing.
He's a different type of artist.
He's genius. He's a genius. But I'm like, why she ain't got no? I know she cold. I know she cold. I'm thinking she wearing these slingback shoes and ain't got no clothes on. I mean, who goes out with a pillow? I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I had a little pillow the other day, and I'm thinking, if I had this little pillow just covering my boobs, I'm thinking, why?
That's a market right there. Everybody gonna look. Everybody gonna be like,
I ain't seen not one person.
"Hey, look, look. I'm gonna go buy me one."
Wait, I ain't seen not one person walking the streets with the outfit on. I don't think anybody interested.
The only person I saw with Kanye's shirt with the holes on it, back to my Harry Potter, this is what you call a callback. Was a little elf, was Dobby from Harry Potter. He had the Yeezy shirt on. That's the only person I ever seen to wear that.
Well, you know, if somebody wear it on the show, they're gonna have to pay him.
Oh yes, touche. That's a
why.
sponsor. And speaking of sponsors, I got a couple of sponsors that I would love to shout out.
Seriously, let me know who you sponsoring so I can support.
So my first sponsor, we got Midnight Vapors. They specialize in vapes. You know, they got the vapes, they got the juice, they got the mods, they got the batteries. They hold competitions. They also own their own candy brand called Snacks, SNAX. It's exotic candy. You know, they put the chamoy and the tahini and the lemon. You know, Mexicans, y'all put lemon on everything and salt. You know, so it's very exotic candy. Anything for the vapors out there. I don't want to say smokers because it's they do have nicotine. They have the 0%, the 3%, the 6% and the 9%. And if you got big lungs, they do have those 12%. And they are located in Orange County, 714 Thelma in the Flow. Address is 12036 West Street in Garden Grove. Go check them out. Tell them real quick though, sent you over there and they will take care of you. My second sponsor, Bomb Body Collectives. They got me, you know, I'm still on that cocoa brownie. Got me smelling good and silky. She makes the body bombs for the kids. You know, if you have the infants or the toddlers, just so it's not too rough on their skin. It'll soothe them, calm them down, and put them to sleep. And if you are heavily tatted like myself, she does have a balm that will make your tattoos pop. It'll make it look fresh out the shop. You can find her on Instagram, you can find her on TikTok, and you can find her on Etsy. DM her, ask for your package, and she'll send it out to you. And they just got new labels, and I'm still waiting for my shipment so I can put it right here on this table. And last but not least, I'm sponsoring myself, Young Boss Life Clothing. Make sure you get you a t-shirt. Make sure you get you a tank top. I got hats. I'm not wearing it right now because, you know, I try to represent everybody. Depending on the orders that come in, I will be working on some slides. And I got shorts. I got leggings. I got the joggers for the guys. And that's how we doing it.
So I'm curious about Young Black and
Young Boss Life.
Young Boss Life. Okay, tell me, could you give me a little bit about where that came from?
Yes. Okay, so I was in my apartment. It was me and one of my best friends named Paul. And I was working for my uncle. I was managing his window cleaning company. And I was in a position to hire. You know, whoever I wanted. If I felt that they were a strong enough candidate, I was able to bring them on, give them an opportunity for them to put some money in their pockets. I was doing the schedules. You know, I was there were some times where I would do the bids, you know, just counting everything, and I was 19 at the time. So I was 19, and I'm able to put my friends in positions to put money in their pockets. That's something that a boss does. And me and my buddy had our own place to live.
Wow.
So and that's just how it happened. I'm living like a young boss. And then YBO counts. I'm gonna put it on a T-shirt, and then it just stuck.
I like it. I really do. You know, when you tell the story behind it, it says that you have been an entrepreneur for a long time, right? Like that's what that is. A lot of people don't
I used to sell
that.
cigarettes.
And you know what? I ain't mad at you. I used to sell weed back in the day. But
that Julius Kush, y'all know
back
about
in the day
it.
when they used to have the little the scale was a little thing, and you were like, okay, is it working? Is it working? Is it working?
You got to put $1 on there to calibrate it. Come on, hey, real quick though. Hey, Quiz, y'all know that Julius Kush, you know what I'm saying? I was doing $5.
Oh man, back in the day,
I took donations.
Yeah, that was when I was probably, I don't know, was I 18? I think I was 18 trying to make it. Then I learned to braid hair, and that's when I knew that was, you know, easier to do. Yes, I'm so excited that you're going to be at the Juneteenth, and you're going to be, so do you have like a banner?
I don't have a banner.
So do you have a picture that?
Yes.
So if you get me a picture, I'll get you something.
Okay.
Give me a picture and send me your QR code, and I'll have my friend set it up, and we'll have the banners inside she'll put some, we can zip tie it to the back.
Right.
And then people will be able to take a picture of it or what have you, and then they can sign up for your podcast and watch that around. You just send it to me and send me that, and I'll send it to my people.
I could do that. I can
and
definitely
we just,
do that.
you know, there's no rhyme or reason what we're doing. You know what I like today is that we have access to have an opportunity to share this information with people.
Yes.
You have the best equipment out here, right? You can do this, and you know how to do it, and it looks good. And can you imagine having a booth with walls so you can control the environment, and you can just come in, anybody want to come in and do a commercial, and then let them know where they can find it.
See, the one time that I did it at a rap concert, and I just interviewed all the talent, and it worked. It worked beautifully.
Tell me how it worked. Tell me that.
So what they would do is, I had got everything set up. You know, me and Tina hooked it all up, got the table, put the monitor, and either before or after they went on stage, they came, they talked to me, and shout out to my boy Sav Dangerous. He's really talented rapper, and we would interview the talent, and I would after the interview after the show was done, I would go and I would edit it, and you know, I would just put in their name and where to find them, and then it just worked.
And you launched it.
And we launched it, and then that was something that they were able to share with their people to let them know, like, hey, I'm really out here. I'm doing interviews. I'm getting booked for shows, like.
And that, honestly, that's what inspired me about the opportunity to do this. Because, you know, when we did the podcast, I said, I'm going to see, can we get a table? And then I was like, well, what would I have at the table? And I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, he don't want to be out there all day. And then I was like, I'm going to call Julius. And that was this morning, and I called you. And I was like, you know what? If we can put this together, all you need to do is show up. How many tables do I need in the booth? We'll have, you know, 6-foot table, you know, I have a table that you can use for your monitor. I have like 3 tables we can put in there and a couple of chairs. And I got big booty chairs. That means big booty chairs. Anybody
it's these right here.
Wait, no.
These.
Anybody they're folding chairs, but anybody 350 pounds or more can hit, you know, you can sit in there. The weight limit is 350 pounds.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you never know.
So that makes it more personal because
so they can sit down and have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
And being that, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, but being able to control that climate is what it is. That's why I was like, okay, I need to make sure. My sister's like, I got a pop-up tent. It's got the canvas is black. I said, no problem. Well, I don't know. You're gonna have to no problem. I figure if you got a 10 by 10, you got a couple of chairs and a table, and you got a generator, man, it's on.
Yeah, it's already done.
It's done.
We have this outside.
And,
I mean,
and
I've already done it once.
I'm gonna have some tablecloths, and we're gonna keep it real, and just have a conversation. And I think being able to have a conversation with people who don't normally get an opportunity to share their story, it don't have to be a long story. It could be 2 or 3 minutes.
It really doesn't.
You just talking. Hey, tell me a little about your product. What was your why behind this?
Yeah.
If you ask those questions of people, people are going to be so grateful. And you know what? All you're asking for people to do is follow you.
Yeah, that's it. So because I want my followers to follow you too.
Yeah.
Like it definitely
because
goes
you know what?
both ways.
I'm learning about this technology. It is unique. Someone said, people like to have podcasts where they watch. Well, I watch Jason Lee and he's funny. And then I watch I forget the guy. He was a football player, basketball player.
Oh, there's Draymond Green got one.
The guy with the hat. Draymond Green got one?
Yeah, Draymond Green, he got one.
Oh, I have to check him out because he always in trouble.
Oh no, Shay, he played football.
No, but
who's it? Shannon Sharp?
No, Shannon Sharp, but the guy with the football player with the hat, the cowboy hat. Oh my God, I forgot. Is he a football player? I can't remember his name. But anyway,
Shaq got one.
But I want you to know that it's very important to have people who can actually, come through, make a decision, and do it. And the fact that you said, I guess if you calling me too, I should.
Yeah, because at first,
for the
Sade was like, "Here, be here, bring your stuff." And at first I was all like, all right, hold on. Let me look at it. And then I looked at it and then had to get back to life. And then I got your call and was like, all right.
So what I'm going to do is the guy who has the floor plan, I'm going to call him tonight because I didn't call him. And there's a meeting tomorrow night. And that's what I'm saying. They already knew because I already submitted the application today. Once I talked to you, I was like, boom, done.
Yeah, it's done. It's happening.
It's happening.
Tell them the date again.
The date is June 15th. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's the date. It's Saturday, next Saturday, not tomorrow. I'm not this weekend, but June 15th. And I'm so happy that Julius, a.k.a. Real Quicc Tho, a.k.a. Black Truffle, a.k.a. Big Papa, a.k.a. doing it well and always supporting his wife and his kids. And I think that's amazing.
Have to. Oh, I know you saw. If you didn't see it, I gotta send it to you. So it was my middle step kid. He's been having a hard time. He's been going through it. Puberty is beating him up right now.
So is he 14, 15?
He's 15. He's 15.
I got a grandson. I understand.
What I did for him was I had a buddy of mine. He came and recorded, and he needed to use the bathroom. So I just kept the footage. I kept the tape rolling because he wanted to let me get on just till he gets back. So I said, all right, come on. This was maybe 3 years ago. He's all little, and I asked him. I was like, how you see what me and your mom are doing for you? How are you going to benefit from what we're doing for you, and how are you going to contribute that in the future? He wants to play football, and he wants to make music. And then he saw it, and it just kind of brought him back to I did say I was gonna do that, huh? And that was just my way of letting him know that no matter what you're going through, we don't care how bad it gets, because it's gotten pretty bad. We always gonna be here for you, and this right here is gonna be able to show you. We can go back, we can go years back, and you can see that the love has always been there, and the support has always been there. You're gonna make some crazy choices, but we still here for you till this day.
So one of the things I've been doing, Julius, is I've been going to Oxford High School doing TED Talks. I call it a TED Talk. The talk is about my life and the choices that I made, challenges, struggles, obstacles that I went through, and from the early age until where I am now, I'm 58. Sharing that information with these kids, the feedback, the last 2 years, I got a stack of letters thanking me, making me feel amazing. What made me feel amazing is they talked about my courage. They couldn't imagine being their age and having to take care of a kid
Right.
24/7. And he said, I think you're onto something. Keep telling these stories. I told the story 50 minutes, 50, 3 classes, and then I did the Black Student Union for about 10 minutes. I was grateful. What it did, it made me understand. It made me look back where I was and where I am today, and I am so grateful. You know, I think we make a lot of choices and we don't know why we make them, but we do. I'm just glad the choices that I made. I mean, I remember, this is stupid, but I'm gonna tell you this. I remember making some tacos and we didn't have no taco shells. I went to the store to buy some taco shells, but I looked at the taco shells and I looked at my purse and said, well, shit, they 35 cents. I'm gonna steal these. And I stole them and I saw a girl walking out the store. I was like, hey girl, how you doing? They were like, ma'am, you need to come back in the store. I got caught stealing 35 cents worth of corn tortillas. And the tacos was at home waiting for me to get there. And they called my dad. And now I was thinking, why did I do that? Because I thought I could. That was a choice that I thought I could do, even though I knew it was wrong. That was, I must have been maybe 17. I had to be between the ages of 16 and 17. It was the stupidest thing I ever did. But I learned from that. What I learned is that I didn't have to do that, but I did it because I thought I could get away with it. And that's what I think is happening with our youth. They do things because they think they can get away with it, even though they know it's wrong, right? But that's what we do. That's how we grow as individuals. And then you realize that, oh, I should have never did that. I mean, can you imagine you doing something like that and it scars you for the rest of your life? Like, what if I went to jail?
Yeah.
Jail, right? It would have been,
It can get
on my
real
record.
really fast.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's these little things that it's the choices that we make. I stopped drinking in 2022, and I have to tell you, I'm glad I stopped drinking because, you know, I could see clearly on the things that, you know, you want to be like, I'm 18. Oh, I can't wait till I get 20, 21, then give me a drink. Oh, I can't wait till I get 25. All of a sudden, I'm damn 50, wondering, what the hell did I do? What the hell did I do? So now I'm at this point in my life, I want to make a difference. I want to give back to the youth. I have some ideas for nonprofits to raise money for kids. Your kids are in sports and it's killing you to put them in football because it costs you $1,000.
Yeah, it's
My friend
up
told
there.
me she put her daughter in cheerleading, son in football, and it was over $1,000. And then my daughter was, my grandson is in football, basketball, and the other one's in, she's in cheer and she's playing another sport, softball. And I said, I'm so excited. And then I told the other grandparents, well, it looks like we have to do some fundraisers. And that's really what it's about.
That's real though.
But you know what? When my kids were going to school, my sister played volleyball. They had club volleyball. It cost so much money to be part of club, but there were companies sponsoring these kids to keep them out of trouble.
Right.
My sister got a full ride scholarship to LSU. My daughter got a full ride to Cumberland, Kentucky. I have another friend that my brother got a full ride scholarship to play football, but it's because they stayed focused in sports. Some people don't have to be in sports; they can be intellectual, and they can get it. So
we got one of those too.
Get this: one of the kids that I talked to, 16 years old, filled out an application for a leadership academy that I told him about. Out of all the 100 and something kids, he was the only one that did it. He got in the program. For 7 days, he went to Northridge and stayed there in the dorms and learned all this stuff. When he came back, he basically said, I changed his life. It wasn't me. I just gave him the information.
He just
had
made
it already.
that choice.
He made the choice to do it, and he did it. And guess what? This year, he got a full ride to Berkeley.
See, come on, man.
I so impressed. So impressed with this young man. When I did I did a fundraiser, he was my keynote speaker. Because he could talk the talk about the experience that he had. And when I got a copy of the letter his mother wrote to the dean at Northridge, I got a copy of it. It said, some woman came to my son's class and gave him some information on this thing. It was the best sentence I ever read because I felt like that one person was touched by that conversation that I had. And I looked at him, he was so tall. I assumed he was a basketball player. He's like, no, I'm not. He had books this big, and it was all about physics and calculus and all that stuff that I know nothing about. And to see where he's going now, I asked him what he wanted to do. He said he really wanted to change the world. He came back and became the accountant for Sleep Out Ventura. He volunteered his time. And you know what else he did? He started a financial literacy class, a program at Oxnard High School. I was so impressed.
Yeah, that's.
Nobody teaches financial literacy.
No, nobody teaches
I would
that.
hope that they take this program and they can implement it in other high schools, because it's not just that school is benefiting from it or anyone else that's involved. But if we can get more and more youth to understand that, they would never get in credit card trouble. It's easy to get in credit card trouble.
Yeah, it's super easy to spend money you don't have.
Oh my God.
It's
And then
easy to
you're
spend money.
I'm like,
people-
what happened to this credit card? It was zero. But after you swipe a couple times, next thing
Yeah.
you know, it is easy.
8,000.
But
Like,
you know what
it's-
they always said? Do not spend money you don't have. If you got it, spend it. Cash. Don't use the plastic. That's for emergencies.
Yeah, I've been my uncle, he has drilled me on financial literacy. So I get it, and I do apply a lot of what he taught me.
That's good.
You know, and this is a man who's Grammy nominated, and he's one of those kids that was just good at everything that he touched. Like, he's doing backflips and all. You know, the one kid that could do the backflip, landed first try. He's one of those.
Dang.
But to bring it back to your kid that you were speaking on.
His name is Jackson Wright.
See, okay, boom. So this is the thing, and I really want him and my oldest stepson Christian, because Christian, he's up there. He's like that. He's getting recognition from the mayor. He's getting recognition from the superintendents, and he actually got to speak on live television about different BSUs and going to HBCUs, and he got to do the tour. And I really wanted him and Jackson to meet. And come to find out, me and Jackson's dad hang out all the time.
Are you serious?
We hang out all the time at the yard house. I had no idea. Like,
oh, because he live in a collection.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Well,
like,
you know what? That is so impressive. Did I ever meet his dad? I don't know. I might have.
brawly dude with the beard.
You know what? I did meet him.
Yeah,
I did meet him.
super
I think I
chill.
met him at Levity because he came to a comedy show.
He's very well spoken. He's a good dude to look up to. He's a real good dude to look up to.
I tell you, I had girls, so to find a young man that I could have a conversation with, that was kind of expressing where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do was interesting. And then one day I had coffee with him, and I said, I want to talk to you about me, because he had great ideas. And he said, Miss Carter, and he hesitated. And I'm like, well, what? Well, I said, I have all these things I want to do. And you know what he said to me? And I will never forget it. He said, and I said, what? Say it. He said, you spread yourself too thin. It was the most, it was the best conversation I could have ever had with someone who understood the assignment. I wanted to have a conversation with him because I was trying to explain to him all the things that I wanted to do, and I wanted to put forth the effort in. But if I spread myself so thin, I couldn't accomplish anything. And that's what I got out of the conversation. I needed to do, and we had a little chart of all the things that I needed to do. First I needed to do was slow down. So that's, one of the things, like, I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm not going to do that. Right now, I'm focused on the Juneteenth. That's what I'm doing the next 2 weeks. Juneteenth. And that's what I have to remember. We all tend to do it. I'm always saying yes, but you know what? I have to learn to say, let me think about it.
Mm-hmm.
No is a complete sentence. It's okay to say no. My aunt passed away, and I wanted to go to her service, but I knew I really couldn't afford to do it, and I really couldn't do it because I had too many irons in the fire. And I was so guilty for not going. And my brother said to me, everybody wanted to know, where you at? Where you at? Where is she at? Where's she at? She coming? She coming? She coming? I couldn't do it. But you know what? A week before she passed away, I got to FaceTime her, and I was talking trash. Lady, what you doing in the hospital? I ain't even got all the recipes yet. I need the recipe to the strawberry cake. I was just talking.
Just good old talk.
And we talk trash, me, her, and Wills, and my sister and her grandson. And later on that day, she didn't talk to anybody. She got put on a ventilator, and she never got a chance to talk to anybody again. And that was the blessing. And so I have to be grateful and remember that blessing, because that's something that nobody else had an opportunity to do. I did that. And I emceed her 90th birthday party last year, so I was grateful.
Hey, see? Crazy how it works out.
That, count your blessings, right? That's what they say, count your blessings. I'm grateful, that we got a chance to get together today and talk about the Juneteenth, talk about real quick, though, Black Truffle, Young Black and Living, Young Black and...
Hey, I'm hanging with the Carters, you know?
Hey, you know what? That's what I'm talking about.
Shoot, I'm hanging with the Carters, and we about to hang with the Carters some more.
I cannot
Juneteenth.
wait. I cannot wait until we get out there on Juneteenth and let people see what you're capable of doing.
People like lights, camera,
all
action.
I'm gonna say is, I'm literally, thinking you should have a sign-in sheet of people who want to do a commercial about their business. Most commercials are, 30 seconds, 2 minutes. People want to do a commercial about it. I think real quick though, that's what I'm thinking. I don't really know. You do whatever you want to do, but we got a spot, and I think it's time to let the people in our culture and other people in the community know what's out there.
Yeah, and that's what we gonna do. I can promise you that. Like, I don't know how I do it. A lot of people don't know how I do it, but once the camera's cut on and there's people there, and even if you're like shy, this is my first time, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna get you right. And then they catch a bug and they want to do it again.
But you know what? I think that's what it is. We see, like on YouTube, there's so many different platforms, right?
There's a ton of them.
So many different podcasts. I don't know. To me, I call it a radio station, right? That's what I'm thinking. But I think about the opportunity, bringing people into the 21st century. This will be the first time they're streaming from the Juneteenth ceremony. Imagine you starting doing this now. Next year, it could be something even bigger. That the whole time you're streaming it. Imagine that. Brought to you by Black Truffle. Oh, real quick though. Or Young, you should bring your
I'm trying to bring some merch out.
If you got some merch out there, you should bring your merch, and
I'm gonna see what I can do.
And put it on display. I mean, why not? Wear the shirt. I need a shirt hanging with the Carters, huh?
Hey. It can definitely be done. All right, well, we gotta get on up out of here before they come and kick us out.
You know what? Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it.
Every time. This is your show too. Every time.
Thank you so much. I am grateful. I'm honored, and I feel so blessed to have you as a little brother.
Hey, we do likewise. One more time. Hey, Juneteenth. You promoted better than me.
So Juneteenth celebration, 33rd annual Juneteenth celebration coming to you downtown Oxnard. June 15th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be food. There's going to be games. There's going to be music. There's going to be jazz. There's going to be poetry. There's going to be, I got to give a plug to my brother Cedric, who's doing Freedom 805.
Yeah.
Yeah, he going to do it because that man, he knows how to project, and I'm really proud of him. Juneteenth,
right.
We'll see you there. Thank you real quick for having us. We appreciate it. And don't forget, if you ever think about listening to a podcast, think about hanging with the Carters, hanging out with the Carters. You can find it on Spotify.
Yeah, be ready. Hey, please be on the lookout for that, because it's first episode is out. First episode is out already. So go tune in.
I got to give a shout out to my producer, Phil Medina. Thank you.
Big Phil.
Yep.
On that note, you guys know how I get down. You know what it is over here. Yak Quiz. There's never any sunsets over here. We always shining, and you can't fall if you don't trip.
I love that.
Peace.
All right. Hey, you know what?
Everybody's watching, but nobody's watching now for me, for me, for me.